I'm back. I hope you guys are doing extremely well. Rodney Preston here. Today we're going to be talking about what I think is probably one of the most important parts of a mix is your drums. But one of the things we run into most often, because we don't have $1 million studios or maybe all of the gear that we want at any given time, our drum recordings are a little bit lackluster, or they're not exactly where we want them to be, or we had to record in a room that's not the best in the world. So one of the things we can do is drum replacement, or augmenting drums, or sample replacement, however you want to call it. I mean, it's been called a few different things, but basically we're going in and we're replacing the drums that we have with sampled sound, sampled tom hits, sampled kicks, things of that nature. And I'm doing a little bit of that on a project I'm working on. And so I figured I would kind of show you guys the gist of it and the capability of it, and then you guys can just go from there. Maybe it'll help you make your drums sound that much better. Okay, so we're going to dive into Pro Tools here, and I'm going to show you just kind of how this can help make your maybe make your tom pop out a little bit more, maybe make your snare a little more big, more bottom end, things of that nature. So I'm just going to take a section here. Okay, so these are raw recordings. Nothing has been done to these. So let's go in here and I want to just solo up the drums. Let's just take so here are the drums. I'm going to hide everything but the drums, guys. Give me 1 second. Let's do this. Come down to here. I want to hide you guys. And I want to make them inactive for now. Okay, so in this kit we had a kick in, a kick out, snare top. I had a snare bottom around here somewhere. Snare bottom. Put that there. Okay, so we had a snare top, snare bottom, 3 toms, tom 1, tom 2, and tom 3. And then we had a hi-hat mic. I had overheads. I use Rode NT1As. I like them. A lot of people hate on them, but I like the microphones. And then I had an omnidirectional room mic set up. It was an Aventone. I think it's C4. I think that's what that is. Maybe. I could be wrong. Let's see. That's what I used as the room. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you hear kind of just what these raw recordings sounded like. Here's the kick in. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let's make these all come to the same place. Okay. Here's the kick in. Mid-range stuff going, upper mid-range stuff going on. Here's the kick out. It's still kind of clicky, but it's got some low end there. Here's snare top. I used the SM57 on that, obviously. Snare bottom, I used the same thing. We'll get with the toms when we kind of get to that point. Okay, here's the overheads. Nice picture. And then here's the room. I ran a mono room. Let me turn it back up. Notice that room has a little bit of bottom end that's going to come in handy later. So basically, okay, augmenting drums or drum replacement. The first thing you want to do is find a sample or an instrument that you like. Here I'm using Contact Crim drums. A lot of people use them for metal music, but I really like the response that these drums have. I really like the sound that they have. And if you like it and the client likes it, you're not wrong. So here we go. Let you hear a little bit of these. Here's a snare, toms, kick. So there's a lot of information there that we could work with. We just have to put it in with our mix. So the first thing I'm going to do is, in Pro Tools, how you do it. There's a lot of different ways to do this. Some people use Steven Slate Trigger. Some people use other triggering software like Drumagog. And if you've got a really good recorded drum kit, then some of those options are better because you're working with a little bit better recording from the get-go, and a lot of the sound is already there. You're not really having to augment a whole lot. You're just wanting a little more punch or a little more bottom end or what have you. So let's go to the kick in mic, and I'm going to slide my instrument track, wherever it's at. I'm going to take my instrument track. This is just what I do. It helps me. And you may think, hey, that seems like a lot of work to make drums sound good. At the end of the day, the final product is what matters. So if you're willing to go that extra mile and do a little bit more work, it's better. Okay, so like I said, we're just going to do a section here. There's a lot of bleed on that kick in. Let's use the kick out instead. It's a lot more defined hits. Okay. So what's really important in Pro Tools is that you have tab to transient turned on, okay? Because what that's going to allow you to do is, by using the apostrophe, the semicolon, and letter L, that'll let you go left and right, or L will take you to the left, apostrophe will take you to the right. See, it's tabbing to each transient. Or I can go back, stab into each transient. Okay. Now what that does is allow you to put your sample exactly where the hit of the drum is. Okay. Sounds elementary, but a lot of people don't know. And then you can also use the semicolon to go down or up to a different track, which is why it's important with this method that the instrument track or the sample track that you're going to be using is below. Okay, so one way to do this, you can go to your pencil tool up here in Pro Tools, click on your pencil tool. You can find, draw in a MIDI note, go back to your hand tool. Doesn't matter where you draw it in at this point. Find the hits, you know, solo that so you can hear it as well. Find the hits. We're in cymbals right now. Okay, we're getting into drums. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Just minimize this for now. So those are our toms, snares. Okay, you found a kick. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to copy that note on the MIDI, on the instrument track. So you just hit Command Copy, and you can delete it because now you don't have to worry about it. Use your P to go right back up to the other track, tab to your first transient, then you come down, and then you just hit Command V, and it'll paste that note exactly where the hit is on the kick. And yes, you have to go through every single track and do this if you want to augment your drums. If something needs replaced, So the biggest thing is have integrity about your work and do the right thing. A lot of people say, oh, it'll be fine. We can just get by. We're not just going to get by. We want to do a good job. So you come up here and you just go to the next transient, come down, hit V. Up to the next transient, come down and hit V again. I'm going to do this for a little bit of a section, and then we'll come back and we'll listen to how it sounds, okay? All right, now we've got those in. Let's hear what that sounds like. Just the replacement. Oh, I missed one. So I just go back to where it is. Turn on my little multi-tool up here. I love the multi-tool. It makes life so much easier. It's a cat in the background. So got those. All right, so let's see what that sounds like in the mix now that we've got those in. So this is without. Now I've got an option. I can either use the drums I've got, or I could just use the augmented one. So let's see what's going to sound better. Let's take these out and just use the one we replaced. Turn these overheads down a little bit. Much better. I'm going to go in and do the same thing with the snare really quick and show you guys what that sounds like. So all you have to do is copy this track. Just hit duplicate. Duplicate the track. You do not want active playlist turned on. Okay. Now we take this and pull it down to where our snare is at. Come on, come on. There's snare top. Okay. Do just like we did before. Take your pencil tool, draw in a note. That's obviously not the snare, but you're just trying to draw a note in. Pick your hand tool, find a snare. I'm gonna use a tighter one. We'll use this one. Command copy. And then once you've copied it, you can delete it. Go up here to your snare track. Let's do the same. Roughly the same area that we did our kick in, so we know what that sounds like. Go up here, make sure your multi-tool is selected again, and tab to transient is turned on. Tab over, down, V. You can zoom in a little bit so you can see the hits better. And this right here is going to bring up a good point. If you notice, this is a snare hit right here. That's a snare hit, but it's at a different velocity. So what I'll even do sometimes is I'll go in, I'll put my hit in there, and then I go down to my MIDI editor, and I'll do this kind of while I'm doing my augmentation. I'll go down here, I'll click my hand tool, and I'll turn that one down a little bit, because that's really what it is. That way you're matching the performance and the velocity. So I'm going to keep going through my transients. Okay, so now we're going to listen to that. Get this out of the way. Let's pull this MIDI editor down some. All right, now we're going to listen to both the kick and the snare top. I'm going to have it without first. Okay, so let's mute it. Just have the regular snare. Oh, wrong one. Let's mute this one down here. That's the regular snare. And then when you add the one we just augmented, and if you still want the other snare, but just ride this one in. So I hope you can see that you can take this technique and go in and augment whatever drums you want. Okay, augment your snares, augment your toms, augment just the floor tom if you want. If you're looking for just a big beefy floor tom, augment that one. But at the end of the day, it's about making the song that you have, that was given to you as an engineer or that you recorded, better than it was when you started. So thanks guys, Rodney Preston here. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and share it. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to get to know you and help you along your journey of mixing, because we're all in this thing together. So God bless and have a great day. I'll see you next time.